What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. So last week we covered a full body workout for beginners, for those who are just starting out in their calisthenics journey. But based on your comments, you guys are on a higher level, at least most of you guys, and you have requested to do an intermediate version of that routine. So that's what we're going to be working today. The workout is going to be pretty similar, meaning that we are still going to be focusing on the essential movement patterns and the basic fundamental exercises that there are in calisthenics. But of course, we're not going to be working towards the pull-up or working towards the dip, but we're actually going to be doing pull-ups and we're actually going to be doing dips. Now, two things that I want to cover before we begin is that, first of all, the intermediate word is a very broad word, meaning that this routine may be like way too easy for some of you guys, it may be okay for some of you guys, and it may be way too hard for some of you guys. So what I would recommend is that if the routine is too easy, just add a couple more reps, even add an entire round to the entire routine, or even add weight to some of the exercises that allows you to put weight on yourself. And if the routine is way too hard for yourself, just do as many reps as you can do and slowly build your way up to eventually being able to do the full routine. However, I will be giving you progressions for each one of the exercises so you can adjust all the exercises to your own individual level. The second thing that I wanted to cover is that we're going to be working on circuit style training, meaning that we're doing one exercise after the other with little to no rest in between the exercises. Of course, the rest in this particular case is going to be a little bit longer than what it should be in a circuit style workout, just because I talk a lot and I like to explain things in very detail. But you can always fast forward to the beginning of each exercise, or you can always watch the entire video and then do the workout at your own pace. But what I really wanted to cover about circuit style training is that you guys asked me if it was okay to do the previous routine in a reps and sets fashion, meaning that you do the first exercise, for example, today is going to be dips, and you do 3 sets of dips. Then you move on to the next exercise, which is going to be pull-ups. You do 3 sets of those, etc., etc. And the answer is absolutely yes. You can definitely work on reps and sets, and it's going to depend on your own specific goals. Both circuit style training and reps and sets training has their own benefits. It all depends, again, on your own specific goals. I'm going to make an entire video about the advantages and disadvantages of circuit style training, just because I think it is a topic that hasn't really been covered in the calisthenics community, and I know a lot of you guys are kind of confused about which one should you pick. So if you want me to make a video about that, please leave it in the comment section down below and I'll make sure to do a video about that. But just in summary for this routine, if you're working towards endurance, towards conditioning, and even muscle building, I would go for circuit style training. But if you're working towards pure raw strength or skills, I would go for reps and sets. However, this routine is set up in a way that we do pull, then we do push, then we do pull, then we do push, meaning that when you're pulling, your pushing muscles are resting. When you're pushing, your pulling muscles are resting. Therefore, it's a routine that it can actually be used for strength. But again, I will leave all those details for an entire different video. Finally, again, we're going to skip the warm-up phase, just to keep this video short. And that's it. That's all I wanted to cover. Let's begin. Alright guys, so let's begin. So as I said, we're going to be starting with dips, the most fundamental pushing movement pattern after the push-up. We're going to go for 12 of those. Again, if you can do more, go for 15, go for 20. I think 12 is a good number for an intermediate level. And again, if you cannot get to 12, just get to as many reps as you can and slowly build your way up to being able to do 12 dips. So let's go for 12 of those. Support yourself all the way up. Wrap your triceps in, open through the chest, slightly leaning forward, point your toes, your body's completely straight, your shoulders are pressing down, you are not shrugging right here. You keep that depression of the scapula while you're coming down with a slight angle leaning forward. Ideally 90 degrees on your elbows or a little more, depending on your range of motion. Then push yourself back up. That's for 1, let's go for 11 more. This is 6, make sure your elbows are in the entire time. 8, 10, last 2, keep your elbows in, 11, and 12. Come down. Again, if you can do more than 12, go for 15. If 12 is too much, just do as many as you can. And on the next workout, try to do a couple more. The next one is going to be pulling, it's going to be pull-ups. This time we're gonna go for wide pull-ups, just a little wider than shoulder width. It's just a little bit harder, and we're gonna go for 8 reps, which I think is a good number for an intermediate level. But again, if you get to 5 or 6 and you gas out, just stop there, and on the next workout, try to do more than that. Let's go for 8 wide pull-ups. So shoulder width apart, go slightly to the outside, grab the bar. Then the first thing that you're going to do is bring your shoulders down into depression and then back into retraction, so your back is slightly arched, but your core is still forward. Your low back is not arching, your upper back is the one that is arching. Your toes are pointed. From here you pull from your elbows, your shin is over the bar, come back down. That's for 1, let's go for 7 more. Make sure when you get to the top, you hold for like a couple seconds, your elbows are going backwards, then you extend your arms completely, pull yourself back up. And 2 more. 7. And 8. And come back down. So I actually think that 8 wide pull-ups is kind of more into the advanced level. So again, just do as many as you can. Build your way up to eventually being able to do 8 straight wide pull-ups. Next one, we're gonna go back to pushing. And as I mentioned on my previous video, we focus on horizontal pushing and vertical pushing down, which is the push-up and the dip. And we didn't cover the vertical pushing overhead, which is going to be the handstand push-up. And we're gonna target that today with a progression that is called elevated pike push-ups. So you're gonna find an elevation. Again, the higher the elevation, the harder the exercise is going to be. We're only going to go for 6 reps because this exercise is actually really challenging if you do it with proper form. So if you are struggling with your form, or if you're struggling to get to 6 reps, I would recommend to do it with your feet in the ground. This is how it looks like. And then eventually use an elevation to do it with a high elevation. So put your feet in elevation. We're gonna go for 6 reps, elevated pike push-ups. Arms are shoulder width apart, your hips are right on top of your shoulders, your triceps are wrapping in, and you're gonna come down into a triangle. Basically your head goes forward towards your hand and your elbows are coming in. I don't wanna see elbows coming down and your head in the middle of the hands. So let's go for 6 of those. Elbows in, lean forward, let's go for 1. 2. Last one, elbows in, keep your hips over your shoulders, lean forward and push on an upward motion instead of pressing back. Then come back down. Again, I believe 6 of elevated pike push-ups is a good number to shoot for if you're on an intermediate level. Again, if that's too hard and you find yourself like flaring your elbows out and breaking your form, just keep your feet on the floor and just do regular pike push-ups. Then we're gonna go back to pulling. We're going to do again a body row. Last time we did it with our feet in the ground. Now we're gonna find something to elevate our feet so we are completely parallel to the ground and the exercise is much harder. For this one, I mentioned before that you need to use rings if your feet are on the ground just to make it more versatile. But if your feet are on an elevation, you can actually use a bar or a rings. It doesn't really matter in this case. But for this one, put your feet on the elevation, arms are completely straight. First thing that you're going to do is engage your core so you're completely straight all the way from your toes, all the way towards your head. From here, your scapula retracted, meaning shoulders back, deep press, shoulders down towards your hips. From here, you're going to pull from your elbows, not from your hands. So let's go for 10 of those, keeping everything tight. Let's go. Once you get to the top, squeeze your back together. 4, 5, keep your body tight. 2 more. 1. Last one. Hold at the top, 2 seconds. 1, 2, slowly come back down, extend your arms, and come all the way down. Again, if you can do more than 10, go ahead and do more than 10. I think 10 is a good number to shoot for, and if 10 is too much, just do as many as you can and build your way up to eventually get to 10 reps. Next one, we're gonna go back to pushing. We're gonna be working on push-ups. We're gonna do 2 variations of push-ups this time. We're gonna go for diamond, and then we're gonna go for regular. For diamond, we're gonna go for 15 without stopping. We're gonna go for 20 regular. So let's go, diamond, 15 reps. So feet back, you engage your core, triceps are wrapping in, you lean slightly forward, come forward, keeping your elbows in. That's for 1, 14 more. More. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, without stopping, let's go for regular push-ups, 20 of those. So hands, shoulder width apart, put your feet back, triceps are wrapping in, you lean forward. Like I mentioned on my previous video, when you come down, your elbow is on top of your wrist, it's not falling behind, and you do that by always leaning forward. So let's go for 20 of those. Engage your core, keep everything tight. Let's go. More. Let's go. And 5 more. If you get tired, you can go to your knees. Just do as many as you can. 17, 18, 19, and 20. Shake your arms a little bit. It was a killer. Again, if you can do more, that was way too easy. Go ahead and do more. If you struggle to get to 15 and 20 push-ups, you can just go into your knees and finish all the reps, or just do as many as you can for this workout. And next time you do it again, try to increase that number. Now moving on to the legs. I'm almost out of breath, and the legs is actually the muscle that get the breath most out of you. But anyways, we covered the regular squat on the previous workout. Right now we're gonna go for pistol squat. We're gonna go for 5 on each side. Now, pistol squat is a very, very advanced leg exercise. So to modify it, you can grab something like a box, put it on a small elevation. You can check my pistol squat tutorial for more information on how to get the pistol squat. I'm gonna link it up right here. But for this case, one foot is up, you come down to the elevation, and then you push yourself back up. If that's too easy, lower that elevation. Find an elevation that allows you to go for 5 reps. I'm gonna do it without the elevation. Start with the left foot on the floor, right leg on top, hands in front to keep the balance. Chest is up, point your toes, come down for 1, and up. That's 1, let's go 4 more. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Switch legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Finishing off with a core exercise, we're going to do an L-sit hold. Again, if the pistol squat was way too hard, as I've been saying through the entire routine, just do what you can and see this routine as a goal. If it is too hard, and if it is too easy, just do 10 pistol squats on each side, or put a weight vest on and do pistol squats. Let's go for the L-sit hold. We're gonna go for 20 seconds, and If you get tired before the 20 seconds, just go into tuck L-sit, but try to not stop into the full movement. So let's go for 20 seconds L-sit hold, or tuck L-sit if you're in that level. So let's go up. This is tuck L-sit, by the way. If you can hold it here, hold it here. But if you can hold it here, hold it here. 20 seconds, let's go. Arms completely straight. Triceps are wrapped in. Try to push your hip forward, point your toes, and hold. Last 5 seconds, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come down. So there you have it, guys. This is what I would call an intermediate routine. Again, if it's too easy, just make the exercise harder or do more reps on each exercise. And if it is too hard, just do as many reps as you can. And the next time you go ahead and do this workout, try to do more reps or to make the exercises a little bit harder. You want to repeat this routine for 3 or 4 rounds if you're doing it in circuit style, or you want to be doing 3 to 4 sets of each exercise if you are choosing reps and sets style. Let me catch my breath. And that's it, guys. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up to support the channel. Let me know in the comment section what else do you want to see. Let me know what do you want the advanced version of this workout to be about, and I'll make sure to do that in the next video. Let me know if you're interested in the advantages and disadvantages of circuit style training. And that's it, guys. Share this video with somebody that you want to challenge to do this workout with you. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any content in the future. And as always, guys, I'll see you all next week. Much love.